All right. Thank you, of course, to the CEOs, and I'm sure that you guys enjoy your regional session and that you know better than ever how we're going to rock this year. Look, we are finally approaching the end of your sales kickoff 2017, and I wanted to conclude with a few of my own thoughts on the journey that we embark and that we are embarking together in 2017 and your role in that journey. And let me start with a personal story. It's my first performance review. Some of you know this story, by the way, but I really wanted that now that we have everybody, that you can get something out of it as much as I did. It's my first performance review as a sales director at Oracle several years ago. Rookie sales manager, and I went, to my boss knowing that I had a pretty healthy year behind me as a manager. I went to him and he said, "Good job, Eric." Okay, that's nice to hear. But I said, "What else? Can you give me an advice?" And then he looked at me with a little smile, like I look at you, and he said, "You know what? Are you ready for it? Sure. You are fired." Well, I look at him a kind of sideways, and saying, 29, first job, you thought that you did well. The guy started to say, "Well done." You ask for a question, you get the real answer. You're fired. And then I was a bit nervous, obviously, and then the guy said, "You know what? You can imagine that if you were fired, you, Mike, the two Mikes, by the way, sitting together, or Kevin, or anybody here in the room, one by one." And the guy said, "Well, you know what's going to happen, right? We're going to replace you." Sure. And unless we do a casting mistake, the guy or the lady who will replace you will be a great professional, right? Sure. So he or she will look at what you have done. We'll look at the good things, but if he's or if she is a real leader, he will or she will want to make her mark. He will build on what you have done, but there will be things that he will do differently. He will try to improve because he wants or she wants, once again, to leave his mark. And he said, "Eric, the good news is you are not fired. But now, think about what this person would do and do it yourself." My dear friends, I can tell you something. It's several years ago. I'm a bit more than 29 now, as you can see, especially after these 2 days. But this moment is going to stay with me forever. For one reason. And Mike, you talk about complacency. Because I learned in a split second that the power to be brilliant at what you do lies only with you. If you adjust all the time, if you're critical of your own achievements and development, you will stay on top of your game. That split second taught me a lot. This is an attitude, a mindset, and several years after, I tell you this story here at SKO because I still apply that to myself. Not every day will be tiring, but at least on a quality basis. What else? And this is how you keep on the move all the time. You keep moving. Status is not an option. There is always something you can be better at. Yes, Mike, you're right. Never be complacent. You're right, this is the biggest risk we have when we talk about adoption of what we have seen. Many of you here in this room are real, true, experienced professionals. And then you hear during 24 hours, here is a new way of doing things. And I'm pretty sure that some of you, well, they thought that this was cool and they had a great day and a great party, are just saying, come on. If you consider you're never done, then you will always consider there is something to learn. Whatever your role is, manager, individual contributor. You need this type of attitude to succeed. I tell you, that's what I tell my kids. It's not a question of diploma, it's not a question of knowledge, it's all about attitude. More and more when I hire people, the lasers being Jan, I look for attitude, not just the resume and the experience. Yeah. And it's so true for sales. And most of you are in the sales position. You are an account executive in this company. Well, we said it. You have to be an architect of value creation with this never give up attitude. Somebody who can rebound when she or he falls, and somebody who can stay humble when she or he succeeds. You know that this never give up attitude is something that made many deals happen in 2016, including those of them like Sberbank or Ministry of Interior Saudi, NIC in the last minute of a quarter, despite the difficulties, because you have this never give up attitude. Yes, my dear colleagues, you, all of you, regardless of your role, are architects. You should understand, as we said yesterday, the customer's business, their business goals. You heard it from Massimo, from Unique Credits. You should define the IT architecture, which is going to enable true digital transformation and make lasting business impact in these customers to help them to change their world through this customer's cycle and engagement process. That's the role. That's what your COO says or said. That's our roadmap for 2017. But equally, you are architects of your own destiny. Yes, you have the power. It's all in you. You all have the power to decide what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. And you have this power more than ever because you will be equipped. You saw that yesterday. I mean, this guided selling stuff, even if it looks so simple, can you think about it? I mean, something that will push the information you need at the moment you need, based on the opportunity you are in, based on the competitor you face, based on the industry you're in. Yes, you will be equipped more than ever, and more than ever, you will have the power to decide your own destiny and success at Software AG. Because technical innovations, and I said, will not be the only thing that will determine Software AG's success. I said it yesterday, we can rely on Wolfram and the team, and now with Stefan Sieg joining us at the board as an R&D leader, but rather at the end it will be the people and their skills working with our customers that will make the difference. Yes, you are all together here, one by one, the differentiating factor. And if you exploit the full potential of what we have presented to you during this day and a half, if you really embrace, then you will be nothing short of a hero at Software AG, and this is what each of you should be aiming for. Leaders, individual contributors. Yes, I truly believe, and I choose my words, that you can be heroes. For me, a hero is somebody who made an impact. Of course, there are different levels of impact, but in what you have chosen to be, in the professional life that you have chosen, with the impact it has on your own family, your definition of being a hero is to enable our customer to succeed, and you being proud to help to change the world through them changing their world. Here is how you can be heroes. And let me recap on what we learned. Point number one, focus on the right customers. Leandro, you said it, we need to understand where we focus on. Strategic accounts, pick your battles. Remember, that's what the Romans do or did. Yeah? Understand the industry trends. What Eddie and the team have done in the last 2 years to equip you as well is unprecedented. Go higher. Don't be shy. Again, 3M have seen that there is no limit, or shown us there is no limit. You have the relevance to knock the door and to enter the boardroom. and to have those kinds of conversation. This is the ambition you should have. Pick your accounts, go for the strategic one, not just for a deal. Build this relationship that Massimo was talking about. Make this experience so unique with your customer that buying software will just be the natural result of all the things that you would have done before. Learn, understand, and get ready to deliver our point of view like Wolfram did on our 5 key marketplaces we have defined. You will be trained to do that in the course of end of Q1, once of course we have rolled out the CEP step by step. I know Johan keeps telling me, Eric, cool, one by one after the other. But you will be trained. We have discussed that with Wolfram as well. We're going to make sure we're going to align all our sales kit, value prop, etc. The way we're going to partner, I was discussing that with some of our awards winners and saying, all right, Frank, I want to plan how we partner across these 5 key marketplaces we have. That doesn't mean all partners will jump on the 5. But that's how we're going to go. One team, one message, one voice, one software AG. Adopt without any compromise our customer engagement process to change our game. You heard it yesterday from all your colleagues that came on stage. Thomas, Mark, Jeff, Joe, all of them telling you, look, I mean, we are better at what we do now. So are they more stupid than you, so they need a tool and you don't need one? Or do you think there is always something you can learn? Be humble enough to know there is always something to learn. Always something that can enable you to be better, more relevant, a true business partner for your customer. Yes, if you are account executive, act as a true architect of value creation. Pre and post license sales, hand in hand with our GCS team. Everything starts with a license sale, my dear friends, but it ends only when the customer has successfully implemented and deployed our solution and made that successful to drive either top, bottom line result in their company. Your role at Software AG is to be transformational for your customer. This is how you will earn respect, trust, and be considered as a true business partner. So please, please, please go for that. Understand, you are not software sales reps. You are architect of customer value creation. And of course, create this compelling customer experience I was talking about. This is so important. As consumers, we care about it. Jen, you were talking about that. Coca-Cola, Apple, many more. McDonald's, you like it or not, wherever you go, if you order for a given burger, it will look, taste the same, good or bad, your choice. But it's, you know, leave this lasting mark. Remember again what Massimo said, is innovation is not only about the products you have. It's about the way you engage. It's about the experience in engaging with you. Yes, my dear friends, if you can act on all of this with passion, we, all together, will make heroic history and bring Software AG to new heights. There is zero doubt on my mind. Zero. We have started to act clearly, and we are already making the world a better place and improving people's life. What a better purpose. Look, let me give you an example that particularly touched me, and I hope it will touch you as well, and show you also how important what we do is, not for business purpose only. There are millions of people in the world that suffer from chronic debilitating conditions that isolate them completely from their family and limit the way they live their lives. The Innovation Medicines Initiative in Europe is an 11 million euro project that will use technology to give sufferers of epilepsy, depression, and other bad conditions more autonomy. Software AG has decided to give its software to this project. So patients can be let's say medically monitored remotely and on an ongoing time basis, so they can stay home. And so when something goes wrong, a doctor will not only know about it immediately and be able to react, but even being able to predict it. So yes, my dear colleagues, this is about improving lives. In fact, this is about saving lives. What a use of the Internet of Things. What a use of software AG technology. This is, for me, really game-changing, and this is heroic work that we do when we do that. On another token, and the message goes to you, Wolfram, as well, because I saw what Padma was doing, with this innovation, let's say, work that she does with her team, where everybody can bring new ideas. There was something around IoT and how to help against terrorism and any human attack in the world. I mean, this is something we can do as well. I'm French. We have been badly hit. Some of you in the world, in the US, it started there. It's everywhere. In Germany, everywhere. If Software AG can do something about it, then we will see that we can together change the world. We are this close, my dear friends. Thank you. We are this close, really this close, to going down into the digital history book, Software AG. You just need to execute effectively, consistently. Understand the industry your customers are in. Once again, go high and big. Don't be shy. Be the best at articulating our value proposition and point of view on these 5 key market categories. Embrace and adopt our customer engagement process and act as a true architect of customer value creation. If you commit to this every day, if you build this personal mantra around them and strive to be the best at your game, like my old boss at Oracle wanted for me, then nothing will happen to you. Nothing can stop you to be true heroes for Software AG. Now, you know I like music. I guess you all know by now. And let me tell you a story about one of my music heroes. In January 2016, the world lost a true music genius, David Bowie. And his death really affected me personally, because if I played music and if I still do play music today, it's because I've been emotionally touched by few artists such as David Bowie. And I remember vividly, really vividly, Bowie's 1987 concert in Berlin, that is generally seen as a concert that helped to change history. It's only music, but music can move people. Bowie knew Berlin very well. I mean, he lived there, recorded there. In 1977, East German border guards shot and killed a young boy as he tried to flee west across the wall to meet his lover. This is why Bowie recorded this song called Heroes that hopefully many of you know. And the track itself tells the story of two lovers that were meeting at a wall and try hopelessly to find a way to be together. A decade later, in 1987, Bowie returned for the concert of Berlin, and in front of the Reichstag, he chose Heroes for his performance. As a rare occurrence at that time, and the Germans know that very well, the concert has gained permission to be broadcasted both East and West Germany. And I do remember how Bowie started the concert. He said, "We send our wishes to all our friends that are on the other side of the wall." The Berlin Wall came down just 2 years later. And ever since, Bowie's performance and words, of course, have been linked directly to the fall of the Iron Curtain. On his death, almost 1 year ago, the German Foreign Ministry itself tweeted, and you can see here, "Thank you for helping to bring the wall down. You are amongst heroes." So what does it tell you? What do David Bowie and many other heroes like George Washington, Nelson Mandela, Mother Teresa have all in common? The answer is simple. 3 things. Simple to say, hard to do. Courage, humility, and passion. And the question now is the following. Do you exhibit these qualities? Do you have the passion for customer success, for what you do? Do you go the extra mile because you believe passionately in what you do and what Software AG does? Do you have the courage to pursue what is right for your customers and fight it if necessary to get what needs to be done? Do you have the question, or the humility and the courage to question yourself, to adjust the things that could be improved? The courage and humility to change your game to be at your best. If the answer is yes to all these questions, then you will be true Software AG heroes. And yes, heroes make history. My dear friends, we are empowering our customers to change the world every day. I want to enable and empower you to make history at Software AG every day together. Yes, the success of Software AG does not only depend, once again, on the relevance of our portfolio. It depends on you, on that side, you here, you there, you over there, everybody, each of you. Our gold, our capital is in the minds and the hearts of our people, in your heart, in your mind, in our team. So, in conclusion, go, my dear friends, with courage, humility, and passion. Grab the world. Make the best of what you can be and what you can do at Software AG to make history. You can be heroes, certainly, and not just for one day. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much.
We can be heroes
Ciao.
just for one